Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Monday morning meditation. We are working for the next few weeks. I've got the sun shining in an interesting place on my face, don't I? It's beautiful. I love it. We are continuing this month with our 7 steps for releasing the old year and moving into the new year. And I put a different graphic up of the 7 steps today, just because we're on step 3, and on this particular graphic, step 3 is called Unfulfilled Hopes and Missed Opportunities versus the one we were looking at last week and some of them that are on the Center for Enlightenment website. Step 3 is called Hopes and Dreams. And over the years, I've been working with the 7 steps process for my gosh, 30 years now. And when I have worked on that step of hopes and dreams over the years, whether I was releasing the year or releasing a person in my life or a situation, experience, I would always in my own mind change the term hopes and dreams to be called expectations, because it was an earthier word for me to grasp onto. I'm not really a daydreaming kind of person. Not that I don't do it, but it's just not my predominant trait. But expectation is practical and earthy, and I can grasp onto that. So when I would journal, and when I journal this step, I think about expectations. So when we're working with releasing the year, the phrase unfulfilled hopes and missed opportunities describes more thoroughly the experiences that we're releasing from the year. We are looking at our year 2022, starting January 1st of this year, and looking through the year and looking at what did we want for this year. A good place to start is what were my New Year's resolutions from January, and which ones came true, which ones did I follow through with, and which ones kind of fell by the wayside because I didn't have enough energy around them to see them through, or life happens and they just fell by the wayside because of that. And there's no way to not have some of our hopes and dreams or some of our commitments that we made to ourselves at the beginning of the year not happen, because that's just the way life goes. One of the things that I've heard, it feels like I hear it more every year, but especially, I don't know, the last 5 years or so, I hear people at the end of each year. When I say people, I'm talking about on Facebook or social media, or, people I talk with sometimes, but, just kind of people in general, where it's like, oh, I can't wait till this year ends. And oh my gosh, good riddance to this year and blah, 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 blah. And I always kind of think to myself, I'll say something if I can, if the person is in front of me, but usually they're not. I think, oh boy, are you in it for a big surprise when the new year rolls around, because you're a human being and you're in life, as we all are. So we are going to have our ups and downs every year. We are going to have our hopes for the new year, and we need to go into the new year with our hopes and expectations intact, but we want to clear out the old ones so that when we're looking at our desires for the new year, we have a fresh look at ourselves. We have a fresh look at, gosh, maybe going to the gym wasn't as important to me at the beginning of the year as I thought it was. So let me rephrase that for the new year. And what is it that I'm looking for? How can I make that something more manageable for me? Maybe meditating 20 minutes every day, or getting to the Monday morning meditation every single week was my hope and dream, but the reality of the situation didn't allow that to happen. So let's look at that. Let's release it first, and that's what we're doing this month. So when we walk into 2023, we have clarity and new resolve and new, of course, the year is going to bring new opportunities to us as a given. You know, that will be true no matter what. And the new year will have its ups and downs no matter what. That's just the way life goes. And it's about how are we handling those ups and downs. But before we get to that, we're looking at our unfulfilled hopes and missed opportunities from this year. So today in our meditation, we are going to be taking up the 7 steps in a meditation. Maybe not all the way up the 7 steps because we're not there yet, but we're going to be releasing our gratitude and good times from our first 2 steps that we talked about last week. And hopefully you took some time this week to write those down and spend some time. What are my good times? I was really surprised at the, I want to say, quality of my gratitude and good times as I've been journaling this so far, where, you know, it used to be on a yearly basis, you know, oh my gosh, who did I have fun with? And of course, you know, I've got all my gratitude things, but my good times changed from experiences with other people, although that was involved in the process, to experience of being more with myself this year and how valuable I found that. And that was, I spent a couple of months this year just kind of isolating myself intentionally and working more with my meditation time, working more with my journaling, working more looking at myself. And I was able to see on the other side of that, maybe not in the middle of it, but on the other side, what huge shifts in my being, my personality, my self, that time off came in my spiritual education with Jane Elizabeth Hart from Center for Enlightenment. We call that a change in consciousness. My consciousness shifted from focusing on things that were important to me before, but after my reflection time, not that I don't do that all the time, but my very focused reflection time, I came out on the other side of that very different. And the things that I looked to for my joy or entertainment or so forth weren't the same things as I was drawn to after that time. So looking at those gratitude topics and good times is a good reflection on just what are we grateful for from this year, and what did bring us joy from this year, and what are we learning about ourselves in that. And we release these not because we are letting go the joy of them. We are absolutely changed by them. We are a different person today, right now, as we're sitting here together, than we were January 1st of this year. So all of those wonderful people, places, things, experiences, situations that we're grateful for and that were good times in our year have made us who we are today. They've made us stronger. They've brought us joy. And why we're releasing them, we're not releasing the experience of them. We're not releasing the memory of them, but we're releasing our attachment to them. Because if we get too attached to things that are good, we hang on to them and we're looking in the past, and we can miss those new good times. We can miss the new opportunities that we can be grateful for at the end of next year if we're holding on to what we thought was so great and wonderful about this year. So yes, they were great and wonderful, but we want to let them go and say, okay, there's more. But wait, there's more. There's more to come in the new year. And we just want to be so open and receptive and present. We want to be present. This whole process is about being present, releasing our old year so that we can be present, because we are moving forward into the new year, and we don't want to drag our old stuff, positive or difficult, into the new year. We want to let it go. So anyway, I think I've talked enough about that. So this week, in our meditation time, as I mentioned, we're going to be releasing our gratitude and good times. And for this week coming forth, I invite you to journal about your unfulfilled hopes and missed opportunities from this year, your expectations. What did you want to accomplish this year? And there's some journaling questions that I meant to have ready to copy and paste here, but I will put them in the YouTube recording. And also you can find them on centerforenlightenment.com, Jane's website. We did a class actually yesterday morning all about the hopes and dreams step. So you can watch her video on that, and the questions are there also. If you go to the centerforenlightenment.com and click on Sunday courses, there will be a list of the courses, and the first one that's listed is the recording from yesterday, and you can tune into that. And either if you don't watch the recording, the questions are there. So there's lots of places to find those questions. So we are going to just sit back in our places right now, and I'm going to stop sharing my screen so I can be with you all. There we go. And just let everything go right now. I'm just going to let everything else go and focus on being present with ourselves. Just be present with yourself right now. Tune into yourself, noticing the state of relaxation or areas that need to be more relaxed right now. And take some breath from your belly. Help the body be still. And I invite you to picture in your arms a basket. It can look like whatever that basket looks like. And hold it in your arms. We're going to carry our gratitude topics and our good times in this basket. Have this basket right in front of you and feel the love pouring from your heart, the gratitude. For this year. And picture in front of you those 7 steps. As you stand at the bottom of those 7 steps, just feel a light shining forth down all those 7 steps, just rolling down and encompassing you. And we step up to that first step of gratitude. And we pull into our attention all the things that we're grateful for from this year. All the people who have blessed your life, all the new people who have come into your world this year. All of the opportunities that blessed you. Maybe there were even some difficult ones that helped you grow. So now that you're on the other side of them, you see how much they blessed you, helped you grow and be stronger within yourself. Feel all of these in your basket right now and feel your gratitude. Just say thank you, thank you. Thank you for all these people and opportunities, these blessings in my life this year. Thank you. These experiences and these people are part of who we are now, whether they have come and then gone or whether they're still around. These people for whom we're grateful are still part of us, even as we release them on the step, opening to new experiences with them next year or new experiences with new people next year who will come into our lives and bless us, as well as those situations and experiences we had that have been a blessing to us in whatever way, shape, or form. Maybe we'll revisit them on the gratitude step or the good time step. We just acknowledge those experiences right now that have blessed us and strengthened us and brought joy to our lives this year. Say thank you for these experiences. They are part of us. we release them and open ourselves to new, joyful experiences in the new year. Because we know they are coming, they always do. Now I take a deep breath and step up to the next step, step of good times. Maybe there's overlap with our gratitude step. We especially acknowledge those good times we had this year. Sometimes our good times fall by the wayside when we're dealing with difficult things, and we forget that life is filled with these good times as well as the difficulty. So this step is especially valuable to our embracing this whole year and releasing it, knowing that we'll have new good times next year. But right now we're acknowledging our good times from this year. Maybe starting at 12 a.m. and 1 second, January 1st of this year. A celebration of the new year coming in and that excitement. This year has had many holidays and celebrations. Maybe some of those are part of your good times, maybe not, but maybe they are. Think of other things you've brought to the surface this week in your journaling time. Fill up your basket with these good times. Feel your gratitude for these good times that came into your life this year. With joy and gratitude, we release these good times, knowing that more, so many more, are awaiting us in the new year. We say thank you, thank you, thank you for these wonderful times, uplifting times, connecting times, joyful times. And thank you for the new ones coming forth. And we are open to that ever flowing joy that is there in between every experience. These. Now we take our next step, our step for this week, releasing our hopes and dreams, our unfulfilled hopes, our missed opportunities, the expectations from this year that were met or not met. We just want to stir those up a little bit for our week ahead. It can be on our mind if we are moving through our week and writing them down a little bit every day. What did you expect the year to be like? Think about what you expected from this year. And it's okay if those expectations, some of them or many of them, weren't fulfilled. That's just the way life goes. And this is our opportunity to release them, but acknowledge them first. Really look at them this week. What did we hope that the year would bring for us? What did we hope we would have done, accomplished? When we get to the forgiveness step, we'll be working with forgiveness of ourselves for some of these, maybe forgiveness of others. But right now we need to bring them up so that we can really, really be honest with ourselves and thorough with the process. So right now I invite you to feel compassion. What does that feel like? That feels like unconditional love for yourself, even as you look at things that perhaps you didn't accomplish this year. It's normal, it's human, it's expected when we really think about it. We can't do everything, and our just as our eyes can be bigger than our stomach sometimes when we're filling up our plate, our mind can be bigger than our capability to accomplish things. And that's just the way it is. Okay. But remember to write about the expectations you had for this year that were accomplished as well. Write down what you did accomplish. Maybe you didn't expect to accomplish it, but you did. Write those down as well this week. Now we take that basket and we have stirred the pot a little bit, hopefully, with this hopes and dreams. Get that process going for us this week. I invite you to just hold that basket with love and gratitude for the opportunity to clear our plates for this year and open more freely to the new year. We are so grateful, and we are grateful to ourselves, especially for being present for this and doing this work. That will be such a blessing to us for our new year. So say thank you, thank you, thank you. And if there's a higher power that you bring into that gratitude, I do myself for sure, then bring that in. If not, that's okay. But just feel that infinite presence that is all around us, supporting us on this process. And the joy and the love of the universe, if you will, is always so happy to bring us those people, places, things, situations that will help us grow and be more of who we are in love and gratitude and expression and light and peace. So now we bring that basket into our hearts as we continue our work on this week. Feel your body in your chair. And if you can do some journaling on this right now, please do so. If you need to move about your day like I do, then have a wonderful day and week and just let those things percolate, but remember to write them down too, because we want them out of how we're carrying it around, and on getting it out on paper helps to let it go. So journal away, and I will look forward to seeing you next week as we release our hopes and dreams next week and embrace the next step. Have a wonderful week. Bye-bye.